And welcome back to more Super Mario Sunshine! So last time, we finished up Gelato Beach and returned to Pinna Park. So this time we're heading back to Pinna Park for the remaining collectibles. We are starting out with the blue coins inside the park, and the secret level in episode 6. A third of the blue coins are actually outside the park, but we actually need to be in episode 2 for that, so we'll collect the 100 coins along with those blue coins. Overall, Pinna Park kind of feels like a fairly small area. Counting both parts of the park, the outside and the inside, it's still pretty condensed, making it kind of an easier level in some regards to find the blue coins, but some of them are still fairly tricky, like this one. This requires a surprisingly precise hover to reach, because it's basically at the very edge of Mario's jump and hover height. So you basically have to be very precise. That sometimes takes me way more tries than I'd care to admit. Also, I would possibly recommend that if you weren't trying to worry about episode 6's secret red coins, I would also recommend collecting the blue coins in episode 8, because the electrified Koopas are only here in the first several episodes, so once the park is reopened, you don't have to worry about enemies making everything a lot easier. So I would say the first X we erased is a lot easier, because it's generally a lot easier to go from a higher elevation to a lower elevation, so likewise, over here with this triangle, this one is much harder because we actually have to do a lot of platforming to reach the other triangle. And then conversely, the corresponding triangle, being really high up, all you have to do is basically fall down to the lower level, so yeah, that one's a lot simpler, so this should be way easier to collect. By the way, this time Yoshi wants a coconut. Coconuts can be found under a nearby tree, which we'll be having to find a little bit later. For now, I want to go to the top of the Ferris wheel. I don't know if this is going to work. That did work. I feel like you're supposed to jump from that upper platform, but this is totally fine as well. We have 2 circles up here. These ones can actually be a little bit tricky, because they're fairly close together. They kind of disappear relatively fast. My advice would be to try to spray water at it from a distance, like so, so you can already get a head start on moving over there. Alright, and also there's not a whole lot of room to dive and slide, so you have to be really careful. Next up, I want to go over here, because there's one blue coin I'm really worried about, because it's fairly tricky. It's the one on that high-up platform over there. To get it, we basically have to jump on top of the pirate ship as it's spinning around. So it looks like it should be the next rotation based on its current height. So we want to basically hover in such a way that we land on top of it, and then quickly jump over here. Not exactly the easiest blue coin to reach. There's also one other one that's fairly high up, which we'll be getting a little bit later. There's also one that requires a Yoshi, so we do need to be in episode 6 for this, if we want to get everything in one go. But again, it would be potentially a little bit easier to collect some of the miscellaneous blue coins in other episodes. So here we have this giant stack of enemies. The individual ones I think are called Strolling Stews. They're kind of a unique enemy because I'm pretty sure they're only in Sunshine. The stack of them is actually called a dango for some reason. I don't know why. but they do have a blue coin. Alright, so I'm trying to remember what else we have left at this point. There's a red M over here. Luckily, there's nothing higher up from this spot, so we don't have to worry about climbing up this structure. I'll be perfectly honest, I have completely lost track of our starting number, so I don't know how many I'm missing, which is kind of bad. So we need about 20 total from inside the park, with the remaining 10 being outside, so that's kind of our ballpark number. The problem is, without checking, I don't know how close we are. So there's a Bluebird. We will be going after that with Yoshi, because it's generally a lot easier to catch up to the birds with Yoshi. There's this one up here, and then the one on this little structure with the pirate ship ride. Let's actually double check here. That was really laggy for some reason. So we have 16. There are 2 birds, an M, and a butterfly, so we are good to go. So let's take this coconut over here to the Yoshi. Again, the best luck, I would say, is if the Yoshi wants a papaya, because the papaya is right over here. As is, this is not too bad. It's still very easy to get an orange Yoshi, which we do need to enter the Yoshi-Go-Round secret. So now that we have Yoshi, we are first going to eat this bird over here, like so. While we're over on the side of the park, there's also another M on this wall, and on the other side of the pool, there should be a butterfly. But yeah, this is such a small area that a lot of the blue coins are fairly packed together, which does make it slightly easy, and being able to collect all of the park ones in episode 6 is nice, to avoid having to constantly jump back and forth between different episodes. So the final Bluebird is over here. It's flying in that direction, so let's try to get it quickly like that. And we are good to go to enter the secret. I'm honestly a little bit worried about this one. It's not too bad, but a lot can go wrong. So let's see how this goes. So we have 2 coins in this initial block section. One in the under the blue arch and one under the black arch. So we have to be very careful. Luckily, the blue arch set is not blocked off on the other side, so we can just ride it back and forth if we need to circle around. After that, the remaining coins, I think, should be inside of this block structure at the end. This is yet again a case of things being really condensed here. This is a fairly small secret in terms of surface area, because there's not a whole lot of surface to begin with. But it is still fairly challenging to locate everything quickly. This is also kind of a stressful level because we have 2 minutes, and yet a lot of that time is spent just riding that orange block across. So it's a lot less time than it feels like. Barely had enough height for that. And finally, the last red coin is right over here. Almost jumped straight off this block. Overall, that went really well. So next up is the 100 coins and the remaining blue coins. So this time we're heading to episode 2. like I mentioned before, basically this is actually a fairly easy 100 coins, because all we have to do is continually shoot down the bullet bills. We also need to keep an eye out for the homing bullet bills that are kind of a purple tint, because we need them to break these baskets that hold not purple coins, blue coins. So this is slightly tricky. Sometimes they will crash into things on the way over to you, so this can be a little bit frustrating. Also, collecting the coins is made easier by the addition of golden bullet bills that drop more coins. So the average bullet bill will drop about 2 coins. I think the golden variant drops 8 coins, so if you get really good luck, this can go really quickly. I have no idea how quickly this is going to go, though. My luck is often not the best. By the way, Yoshi is outside the park in any episode. He's only inside the park in episode 6, to my knowledge. Also, this is a unique level for having 2 sunglasses Piantas, because there's one inside the park and one outside. So over here is another blue coin. There are 6 inside these baskets, so we have 2 more to go, like this. And then we have a few more blue coins tied to Yoshi, and a few spots around the beach. These bullet bill designs are really weird. They kind of have like googly eyes, which make them look very unique compared to any other Mario game. In general, I feel like a lot of the enemy designs, in addition to having unique enemies like the strolling stews, wow, that was actually a non-homing bullet bill. That was just really good luck, I guess. The strolling stews and a lot of other enemies are completely original to this game, and even the returning enemies have very unique designs, like bullet bills, boos, and many more. So yeah, overall, aesthetically, Super Mario Sunshine is really unique, and I kind of like it, even though it really kind of doesn't make sense. Like, King Boo, as an example, just a year after Luigi's Mansion has a completely different design, and then I'm pretty sure he has a completely different design by, like, Mario Kart as well. So yeah, he gets redesigned quite a bit, and then he kind of switches back and forth to his Luigi's Mansion design for appearances in that series, so yeah, it's very inconsistent. Again, like I talked about a little bit before, I feel like the GameCube era was fairly experimental in some ways. Like, a lot of really unique titles were released for the system. This is really bad luck, by the way. I'm getting very few homing bullet bills, and the few I am getting are crashing. So, let's see if this'll work. We have to basically lure it over here, and it actually lost sight of us and crashed. Let's try this again. Let's not get as far away from it this time. Let's see if that works any better. There we go. So that takes care of that, finally. So now the question is, how do we get Yoshi? And the answer is, there are basically fruits buried underground, along with coins. So we have to basically spray the beach with water. By the way, there's a blue coin here. I find these can be a little bit finicky to reveal. Like, you have to basically spray the ground in a very specific spot to get it to appear, and it can be a little bit frustrating at times. Like, this one in particular is giving me a lot of trouble. And trying to dodge bullet bills at the same time is not helping, I will admit. There should be another one over on this side as well. This will actually be a little bit easier, potentially. Assuming, yeah, we have to deal with bob-ombs instead, which are comparatively less of a hassle, in this case. I do like these bob-omb designs. I can't think of many other games that use this design, if any. So yeah, it's kind of another example of an enemy design that just doesn't ever really return, and it's kind of exclusive to this game. And there's so many like that in this game, it's kind of impressive. just how they completely overhauled all the character designs, and then quickly reverted back to how they were in the future games. And then I think everything got very standardized at a point, around Galaxy onwards, and especially like the new Super Mario Bros. Games, everything is very standardized. So yeah, they've definitely gone in a different direction with the franchise recently. By the way, I have found every fruit except the banana, which really sucks. There it is. I'm pretty sure these positions are fixed, and aren't random, even though sometimes they might feel random. So let's hatch this Yoshi. By the way, the Bob-ombs do not drop coins, only the bullet bills do. Over here, there's a butterfly. There are two black butterflies left. Pictures taken immediately before disaster. Alright, so there's one more butterfly over here. If Yoshi will eat it, thank you. And we are good, in terms of the blue coins. So now all that's left is to basically, repeatedly eat bullet bills until we get enough coins. So even if you eat a bullet bill, you will still get all the coins from them. You can turn them into platforms, it really doesn't do you any good though. But just to demonstrate, this really doesn't get used very often. I can only think of one level where this is actually required, and that's Yoshi's Fruit Adventure, but other than that, I can't think of any time where you need to turn enemies into platforms. By the way, I was playing with fire there because I was kind of walking into the water. If you go too deep, Yoshi will disappear, so be very careful. Actually, don't think I've shown that in this playthrough. In a way, it's actually slightly surprising I've not run into that problem yet. Oh, I missed a coin. But yeah, I wish coins didn't disappear so quickly in this game. But yeah, this is definitely one of the easiest ones. It's not exactly, particularly challenging, but it is a bit tedious, I would say, just having to wait around. I actually don't even know if it's possible to complete this in any other episode, because I have basically always done it this way, to the point where I genuinely don't know if the park even has enough coins to do this. Maybe it does, but yeah, I have no idea, so I don't even know if there's like, I don't even know where the spawn point for the Shine Sprite would be inside the park. But yeah, this is definitely the recommended way to do this. I don't know if there's a faster way, but this is sufficient. But yeah, who knows where it actually appears inside the park. I'd be curious to actually look up if there are even enough coins inside. But with that, we are officially done with Pinna Park. So I guess next time we'll be heading to Serena Beach. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Super Mario Sunshine.